All right, let's talk about it. Today, we're going to decode one of the biggest, most frustrating questions in all of tarot. When will I find love? Let's just dive right in.
I mean, come on. It's the question, right? It's on pretty much everyone's mind. Doesn't matter if you're single, if you're in a brand new thing, or maybe you're even thinking about an ex. That one little word, when, it's probably the number one question asked in any love reading. And let's be honest, it usually gets the most confusing, frustrating answers back.
So, why is that? Why does it feel like the cards are totally dodging the question whenever you ask for a simple date? Well, that's the core problem we're going to unpack. We're going to get into exactly why the tarot's answers about timing can feel so vague. And here's the thing. This is the fundamental shift you have to make. The real key is to completely change your perspective. We have to stop asking, okay, but when exactly, and start asking what needs to happen first. You see, the cards are a mirror to your energy. They are not a crystal ball for calendar dates. And that brings us to a really crucial point about how tarot even works with time. It's so tempting to treat it like some kind of mystical calendar act, right? But that's a huge misconception. Okay, look at this. This lays out the difference perfectly. Think about it. Calendar logic is all about fixed dates, appointments. It's certain. Lunch at noon? Done. But tarot logic? That's completely different. It's dealing in energy patterns, in probabilities, in pure potential. It's showing you the conditions for something to happen, not a confirmed booking in your schedule. Here's another way to think about it. Timelines are totally fluid. Why? Because they depend on your choices, your growth, your energetic shifts. The universe isn't some project manager tapping its watch yelling about a deadline. Nope. It's a responsive system that just mirrors back your own alignment. Okay, so if it's not spitting out dates, then how in the world do we get any clues about timing? Well, the deck actually has its own secret language for this. Think of it like an energetic clock. Let's take a look at how to actually read it. All right, this is super useful, so pay attention. The four suits, they give us our first big clue. You see wands? You're looking at spring energy, fast action. We're talking weeks. Cups are like summer, all about emotional growth, so that suggests a pace of months. Swords, that's autumn, sudden clarity, quick changes, think days or weeks. And finally, pentacles, that's winter. It's about slow, steady, grounded growth. That can easily be months or even a year. And it's not just the suits. The numbers add another whole layer. You pull an ace, that new beginning is happening like right now. A 5 pops up, that means you're in the thick of a challenge, right in the middle. A 10, that's a sign that a big cycle is finally wrapping up. But hey, if a major arcana card shows up, one of those big life lesson cards, just forget about quick timelines. That's a huge sign that a significant major life shift is happening. So all of this leads us to a much deeper concept. That delay we feel, that frustrating waiting period? Well, a lot of the time, it isn't really a delay at all. It's just the gap between our timeline and what people often call divine timing. And this is the question the universe seems to ask right back at us whenever we're demanding to know when. It flips the whole focus. It goes from being about some external event to being about our internal state. The cards might be trying to tell you that the real question isn't when is love going to show up, but are you actually ready for it? So what even is divine timing? Well, it's basically the idea that things happen according to a much bigger plan, one that's designed for our growth and our healing, not just to hit our personal deadlines. That so-called delay is often a totally necessary period for us to get aligned. It's the universe's way of making sure we don't just go and repeat the same old patterns with a new person. Let me give you a couple of perfect examples. Let's say you ask about new love and you pull the Hermit. The cards are not saying, nope, never. They're saying, hey, first you need some time to go within, some introspection. Or what if the Tower shows up? Whoa, that's a crystal clear sign that some old, shaky foundations in your life have to come crashing down before something new and truly healthy can be built in its place. Okay, and what about that classic, maybe frustrating tarot answer, soon? She's the most important thing to get about that word. Soon is not a passive instruction. It is an invitation to prepare. It means the energy is building, the potential is right there, but it needs you to participate. You can't just kick back and wait for it to be delivered like a pizza. So, this all leads us to what is honestly the most empowering part of this entire process. If asking when is the problem, what's the solution? It's simple, really. The key is learning to ask better questions, the kind of questions that give you real, actionable answers you can actually do something with. And it's a super simple 3-step process. Step 1, just catch yourself when you're about to ask that when question. Step 2, dig a little deeper. What's the hidden blockage or fear underneath that question? And step 3, reframe it. Change your question to start with what or how. This turns it from a passive waiting game into an active plan. Just look at how powerful this is. The old question, when will I meet someone? The better question, what do I need to focus on right now to prepare myself for love? Or instead of when is this connection going to progress, you ask, what's actually blocking progress in this connection? Do you feel the difference? One leaves you totally powerless, just waiting. The other one, that one gives you your power back. So look, if you only take one single thing away from all of this, let it be this. Timing in tarot is not about pinning a date on a calendar. It's something way more beautiful and dynamic. It's a reflection of your own readiness, your alignment with what you truly want, and the natural cycles of growth and completion that we all go through. So I'll leave you with this final thought. The next time you feel that urge bubbling up, that urge to ask, when? Just pause for a second. Ask yourself, is my question really about a date, or is it about understanding my own journey and my own readiness? Because the answer to that question, well, it changes everything.